Welcome to the module on flexible payments. In this module today we will be discussing about WMM design using the Excel sheets. Now when you see the road construction as explained earlier also, like it starts from embankment and then you have a subgrade, over subgrade you have GSB, over GSB you have road base or what we call it as wet mix macadam, and then the asphalting layers or the bituminous layers. Today we are focusing more on the wet mix macadam, the design of the wet mix macadam in specific. So what is a wet mix macadam? It is a road-based material consisting of a crushed rock or slag, usually pre-mixed with a controlled amount of water sufficient for adequate compaction. WMM shall consist of laying and compacting clean, crushed graded aggregates and granular materials pre-mixed with water to a dense mass on a prepared subgrade or a subbase or a base or an existing pavement as the case may be in accordance with the requirements of MORTH specifications. The specifications of WMM or wet mix macadams are the materials to be used in WMM should have the following specifications meeting, that is abrasion value of the material should be maximum 40%, aggregate impact value should be maximum 30%, combined flakiness and elongation index should be maximum 35%, water absorption should be less than 2%, the grading should meet the requirements of grading given of in table 400.13 of MORTH. Plasticity index should not be more than 6% and the compaction should be 98% of the lab maximum dry densities. This is the grading chart which is given in MORTH for wet mix macadam. The sieves designated for wet mix macadam materials are starting from 53 mm, then 43, 26.5, 22.4, 11.2, 4.75, 2.36, 600 microns and 75 microns. Now, percentage passing on 53 microns is 100%, in 45 mm sieve it is 95 to 100%, in 22.4 mm sieve it is 60 to 80%, in 11.2 mm sieve it is 40 to 60, 4.75 it is 25 to 40 mm, 40% passing, and in 2.36 mm sieve it is 15 to 30% passing, 600 micron sieve it is 8 to 22% passing, and in 75 micron sieve it is 0 to 5% passing. The physical requirements of coarse aggregates to be used in wet mix macadam are: coarse aggregate shall be crushed stone. If crushed gravel is used, not less than 90% by weight of gravel pieces retained on 4.75 mm sieve shall have at least 2 fractured faces. If water absorption of the coarse aggregates is greater than 2%, the soundness test shall be carried out as per IS 2386 part 5. Aggregates used are of smaller sizes, varies between 4.75 to 40 mm size, and the binders, stone dust or quarry dust having a PI value not more than 6% are pre-mixed in a batch plant or a mixing machine, normally a pug mill. Then they are brought to the site for laying and compaction. The PI of the binding material is kept low because it should be sound and non-plastic material. If the PI is more, then there are the chances of a swelling and more water retention properties. The steps required to perform a wet mix macadam or WMM mix are: identify the source of the materials, meet the grading requirements as per the MORTH table given in 400.13, check the shape of the aggregate, fix the percentage of various components in the mix, find the Proctor value of the mix, determine the aggregate impact value of the mix, determine the Los Angeles abrasion values, calibrate the WM plant to suit the mixes, or check the uniformity of the mix in the plants. So theoretically, combined grading, if you see, blending has to be in the format like individual grading, and then you have a theoretical combined grading to check whether the percentage passing is meeting the specified limit or not. Then a graph is plotted showing the upper value of the grading and the lower value of the limit, and then the percentage passing. All these things will be explained in detail when we will be discussing about using the Excel sheets. Similarly, the wet mix has to check for a flakiness and elongation index. In this particular case also, we have a total combined flakiness and elongation value of 20.07, which is less than 30 for WMM mix. So hence it can be. Similarly, AIV and LAV is being checked for WMM mixes, just to make sure that the mix or the combination of the material which is forming a part of wet mix macadam is meeting the requirements given for the WMM as far as aggregate impact value is concerned and Los Angeles aberration value is concerned. That is maximum of 30 in AIV and maximum of 40 in Los Angeles aberration value. Then we have to determine the Proctor values, that is maximum dry density and the optimum moisture content. Maximum dry density and optimum moisture content for mixing shall be determined in accordance with IS 2720 part 8 after replacing the aggregate fractions retained on 22.4 mm sieve with material of 4.75 mm to 22.4 mm sieve sizes. While adding water, due allowance should be made for evaporation losses. However, at the time of compaction, water in the wet mix should not vary from the optimum value by more than agreed limits. The mixed material should be uniformly wet and no segregation should be permitted. Let us start today the design of wet mix macadam, how one has to proceed as far as the design of wet mix macadam is concerned. We all know that wet mix macadam is basically consists of different combination of different types of aggregates, that is 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm and stone dust. And there is a gradation requirement given in MORTH which one has to follow in order to mix the different types of aggregates. So what is being done is initially first each aggregate, like say for example 40 mm. So 40 mm aggregate is being sieved through the set of sieves which is applicable for wet mix, that is 53 mm, starting from 53 mm, then 45, 22.4, 11.2 and then ending with 0.05, 0.75 as shown on the left hand side of the sample number 1. Then each each type of aggregate is being graded individually to check what is the percentage passing from different sieve sets. Like if you see the 40 mm aggregate, we have taken sample number 1, sample number 2, sample number 3 and sample number 4. So we have taken 4 samples and then each sample is being tested through a defined set of sieves that is ranging between 53 and 0.075 and percentage passing is noted down. Similarly, 20 mm aggregate, again the 20 mm aggregate is also 4 samples were taken and is being received to check the individual gradation percentage passing from each sieve starting from 53 mm and ending with 0.075 or 75 micron IS sieves. Similarly, the 10 mm aggregate is again, it has been started from 53 mm where the 100% passing is there up to 22.4 and at 11.2 you have 97.44% passing and then 0.075 also you have 0% passing. And then coming to the stone dust, even the stone dust has to pass through the same set of sieves which is being utilized for wet mix macadam grading requirements. So this will give you a brief idea about the individual aggregates passing through the set of sieves which is being utilized for the design mix or the grading requirements of the WMM mixes. Once we do the individual grading, we try to collect the average grading of each type of aggregate, like for example 40 mm aggregate if you see, and the set of sieves are same, that is 45 for 53 mm passing, 45 mm passing, 22.4 passing, 11.2 mm passing, 4.75 mm passing, 2.36 mm passing, 600 microns and then the 75 micron passing. And we have noted down all the 4 samples percentage passing from each sieve, that is sample 1, sample 2, sample 3 and sample 4, and then we have taken the average. By taking average of the 4 samples, we have taken the average percentage passing from each sieve for 40 mm aggregate. Similarly, average percentage passing from each sieve for 20 mm aggregate, and then average percentage passing for each sieve from 10 mm aggregate, and average percentage passing for from each sieve for stone dust is being noted down. Now, after doing the average percentage passing of each type of aggregate from the set of sieves which is being utilized for WMM grading, what is being done is we try to develop a theoretical blending. That means you have a percentage passing for individual aggregates, which is 40, 20, 10 and stone dust. That average percentage passing is being noted down here in this Excel part, and then you have to set a formula. You have to set a formula stating that how much percentage of 40 mm, or how much percentage of 20 mm, and what is the percentage of 10 mm, and what is the percentage of stone dust should be added, so that the total percentage passing should be within the limits specified in MORTH table grading requirements, MORTH grading requirements. Okay. Now, in this process, what is being done is each sieve is being checked. Individual percentage passing is there. Now, suppose, like for example, here, if you say you have been reduced it to say 30%, and 5% increase, that means say 37% is fine aggregates. Okay, then the percentage passing will change. So, by doing hit and trial theoretically, you will come to know that what is the percentage passing required, so that my grading the should be within the limit, within the we will be close to the median. Now, when you see the graph, you have see that this is the upper limit and this is the lower limit of the percentage passing from each sieves as given in MORTH, and the red line is showing you the percentage passing of the combination of the aggregates. Now, once this is being done, you are through with the theoretical combinations. Now, in this particular case, the theoretical combination which is being applied is 35% of 40 mm, 16% of 20 mm, 17% of 10 mm, and 32% of stone dust. When you combine, this will give you the required percentage passing for the WM grading to meet the grading requirement of MORTH. Once that is done, now what is next? What is the next part which is being done is you have to combine these aggregates. You have to combine these aggregates physically. Okay, you have to combine these, like 40 mm. 40 mm is 35%, 20 mm is 16%, 10 mm is 17%, and stone dust is 32%. Now you have to combine all 40, 20, 10 and stone dust in this percentage, add it, mix it properly, and then sieve it physically to check what is the actual percentage of passing. So once your actual percentage of passing is in line with the theoretical percentage of passing, that means your grading is freezed for that particular type of aggregate which is being supplied, or for that particular source of aggregate which is being tested and checked and found okay for grading point of view. Once the grading is done, then the other properties like aggregate impact value is being tested for a combination of aggregates, which is again giving you a value, say 13.6, 12.8 and 13.2 for 3 samples to be tested. And since the WM requirement is maximum 30% should be allowed for aggregate impact value, and the values aggregate impact value which is received or which is tested and found is 13.6, which is less than 30. So the material is acceptable from the aggregate impact value point of view. Now, then the next properties which one has to check is the Los Angeles aberration values. Again, for Los Angeles aberration values also, 5,000 grams of the sample of the mix is taken, of the WM mix is taken, and 3 samples were checked. 3 samples were checked, and Los Angeles aberration value is being calculated, which comes out to be 20.08 in this particular case. This 20.08, which is less than 40, which is the required specified limit for WMM as far as aggregate Los Angeles aberration value is concerned. That means the WM mix, which is being formed through gradation and impact, is also meeting the LAV requirement. Once the LAV is being done, then the other properties like flakiness and elongation index is being tested. Now the same WM mix is being taken and checked for flakiness and elongation values. The flakiness value in this particular case is works out to be 9.88, and the elongation is 10.19, and the combined flakiness and elongation is 20.07, which is less than the specified limit of 30% for WMM. Hence, that means the WM mix is meeting the requirement of flakiness and elongation index also. So this clears that the mix which is proportioned or which is being mixed in the ratio, say 35% of 40 mm, 16% of 20 mm, 17% of 10 mm, and 32% of stone dust, is meeting all the physical requirements like a grading requirement, AIV requirement, LAV requirement, and the flakiness and elongation index requirements. That means the mix is required to be tested for Proctor values. Now what is being done is the samples are being taken and given a modified Proctor, that is the number of layers being 5 and the number of blows for each layer being 55. The Proctor value is being tested. Now what is being done is, in this case, volume of mold, the bigger molds are used, so the volume of mold is 2250. Weight of mold plus wet soil is 11752. Weight of mold is the difference between these two, that means 6784. Sorry, weight of mold is again a standard which is being pre-measured and checked, which is equal to 6784. So the weight of soil is nothing but the weight of mold plus wet soil minus weight of mold, that is giving you 4968. Now once you get the weight of soil, you know the volume of soils, you will get the wet density, which is 2.208 in this particular case. Now in order to determine the moisture content of the soil, what is being done is we have used oven methods. That means we have taken a container which is having a standard weight. Some of the soil samples were taken for container, that means weight of wet soil plus container, and then we determined the weight of dry soil plus container. So weight of container is known to us, so we will get weight of water or weight of dry soil. Now dividing these two, we will get the water content. Then you get the dry density, because you know the weight of dry soil and you have the volume, so you'll get the weight of the dry density also. So this is how you are able to plot a graph between the moisture content, variation in moisture content on the x-axis, and the dry density on the y-axis. The density at point at which it reduces from maximum to a lesser than the maximum will give you the peak values. Now when we draw a freehand diagram of MDD, plotting a freehand diagram, the peak which we achieve is generally gives you the maximum dry density of this particular mix or the WM soil, and corresponding moisture content will give you the optimum moisture content. For example, in this case it is 5 and 6, so that the 5.8 is your optimum moisture content, and 2.26 and 27 is your maximum dry density in this particular case. So once you know the Proctor value, you can determine the specific gravity and water absorption of the aggregates also using pygnometers or the basket method for bigger size of aggregates. In this particular case, we have used the basket, which is allowing us to take weight in air and weight in water, and the change in absorption levels will give you the water absorption of that particular soil. So this is how the complete set of solutions is being done, and then the abstract is made, which will give you the values for this particular wet mix design for a combination of say 35% of 40 mm, 16% of 20 mm, 17% of 10 mm, and 32% of stone dust. The gradation sheet is works out to be within limit, which you have tested as per. The aggregate impact value is 18.85. The Los Angeles value is 26.98, which is less than 40% of the specified limit as given in table number 400.11. The combined flakiness and index value is 25.09, which is less than the value specified in MORTH, that is 30. The maximum dry density is 2.26 and the optimum moisture content is 5.95 to be precise. The soil, the WM mix is non-plastic in nature, whereas the plasticity index allowed is maximum 6%, and the water absorption of the mix is 0.88 and the maximum allowed is 2%. So thus the combination of 40, 20, 10 and stone dust, which is being done in the process of design to be used as a wet mix macadam for the project is meeting all the specified requirements, and hence can be used as a WM mix in the project. So this is how we can do the design mix of wet mix macadam in the project. So in brief, the logical statements are: first you have to do the individual grading, then make a theoretical combination to get an idea at what percentage the individual aggregates should be mixed, so that it will reach, or you will be able to get the combined grading of the aggregates. Then for the mix, check all the properties which is required as per table 400.11 in MORTH. That means the properties like the physical gradation of the wet mix, aggregate impact value, Los Angeles value, flakiness and elongation values, then Proctor values and plasticity index, and then the water absorption values. Once these are being done systematically, you can say that the mix is ready for submission to be approved as wet mix macadam. To summarize this module, we talked about definition of wet mix macadams. We also talked about materials required for wet mix macadam, the importance of the individual grading, and then a theoretical combination, and then the same thing is being checked for a physical combination and grading requirements. Then steps involved in the design mix of wet mix macadam, the importance of grading of wet mix macadam, and then finally checking the materials for other properties like other physical properties like aggregate impact value, Los Angeles aberration values, and the combined flakiness and elongation index. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching the design steps of wet mix macadam.